I am always talking about how amazing the healthcare is here, but I had a little bit of a glitch in my giddy up. Let's talk about it. Hey there, Kelly here, and welcome to another slice of my world. So one of the things that has happened here recently was I couldn't find one of my medications. Imagine that. So here in Merida, pharmacies are like liquor stores in the hood. Like they are everywhere, sometimes 2 and 3 in one block. And back in September, if you guys recall, I went home to do some things medically, and they changed all my medications at the VA, and they gave me several months of supply of the medications that I required. And the running joke that you know, is with me and Mario here is ella es elegante. So the girl is elegant, you know, and so I had no idea that my medicine would be elegante also. So when I thought that I had about, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks worth of it left, I went out and was like, okay, let me go get a refill. And I got out there and they was like, no, we don't have this right now. You've got to wait a week. And I was like, okay. So a week later, they're like, we don't have this right now. You've got to wait 2 weeks. And I was like, okay. Then it was like, we don't have this right now. And I was freaking out. So I was 5 weeks without this particular medication. And when I talk about the healthcare here, let me just tell you all how amazing really it is. So I sent a WhatsApp message, yes, you could do that here, to my rheumatologist, and I was like, I can't find my medication. And what she did was, one, she told me a different version of the medication that I could take in the interim. But then I was like, okay, so I went out and I was able to find that particular one. Couldn't find the elegante one, but a couple of days later, I get a message from her with a contact name, and she's like, this lady is from the Lupus Foundation of Merida, and they are going to donate you a box of your highfalutin medication. So I went about town. I mean, I promise you that Mario and I were probably at 5 or 6 different pharmacies looking for this particular medication, and it was just nowhere to be found. It was on back order. They kept saying, you know, another week, another 2 weeks, and so on and so forth. And I could get it shipped in from Mexico City, but y'all, it was literally like a 2-week supply coming out of Mexico City was something like $600. And I was like, where they do that at? No, we're not doing that. Especially when I could just fly back to the States for much cheaper and get some from the VA, which I really didn't want to do. So fortunately, between my healthcare provider here and the Lupus Foundation of Merida, I was able to get those medications. Now, for those of you that don't know, maybe you did know, at the beginning of February, I happened to have to go back to the States for something else. Then I got tons of refills while I was there. So I'm good. But I wanted to share with those of you that are looking at coming here and you've got an autoimmune issue and you've got elegante medication. Be sure to, one, hopefully you did what I did. I interviewed my rheumatologist while I was still in Thailand. So when I arrived in Merida, I already had healthcare providers lined up that I had already talked to several different times, had interviewed them, if you will, and found a good person that I felt would work really well for me. And I absolutely freaking love her, okay? So hopefully you've done that, but also in doing that, like I didn't realize, because I've been here for such a long time and I've been able to get all of the other medications that I required. When they changed and gave me this new med, I just assumed that it would be okay and that I could get it here. So if you've got special medications before you come here, number one, already just make sure you have enough to be able to sustain you for at least, you know, a couple of months if it's something that you're taking ongoing. But then also, creatures, check with your healthcare provider here and, and ask them, make sure that you have a medication. She did tell me that the brand that I was looking for was a little bit harder to find and it was more expensive, which is why they have a lower cost alternative, which is why I could find the lower cost alternative, but not the one that was elegante. So check with your healthcare provider regarding your medications, and check with a couple of different pharmacies if you can before you arrive here to see if your medication is in stock. Because if not, you're going to have to find a different way, if you will, to get your medicines. And unfortunately, medication is one of those things that you cannot ship from the US into Mexico. Customs will confiscate that. So make sure that you have a good supply, and also double check that it's something that you can get here, and also check with your healthcare providers in both countries to find out what a good alternative is if you can't get that in your new country, in Mexico. So I just wanted to share that real quick. If you found this helpful, hit that thumbs up, and hit that like, and well, that like is a thumbs up, isn't it? Hit the subscribe button and support my channel. And yeah, so that's it. I'm going to get myself a glass of wine, and I think I see some bats. I'm going in, y'all. See you next go round. Ciao.